Welcome retro game fans, welcome back to the Zeusdaz Unemulated retro game channel, and I go by the name of Zeus, and for this let's play I'm going to bring you the sequel to Hybris, Battle Squadron, a 2-player co-op if you want to play it that way. Fantastic shmup of the late 80s, 1989 I think this came out, by the same guys who brought you Hybris. Well, the coder was, and the precision, is that the word I'm looking for? Guy that did the graphics anyway. Same two people there that did that on the Hybris. Interesting fact about this, a couple of interesting facts about this game is, first of all, even though this is a sequel, you might have heard it in my Hybris Let's Play. I have both versions on original box, original form, and Battle Squadron is set 60 years before Hybris, making it a prequel really, in if you looked at it in time lapse. But so it's a sequel, but it's a kind of a prequel, which took me by surprise actually. There was nothing said about that, but it's on the back of the box, plain and clear. 60 years earlier than Hybris this is set. And this game again, utterly fantastic 2-player shoot 'em up. They obviously took from Hybris, built on that, because there was no 2-player co-op mode in that game, but it is on this one. And I remember when I first loaded it, I was with a friend at the time. We were both eager to see this, and we got it on cracked form. And the first thing we did is, when we loaded it up, the music was brilliant. And I'll get this game started now while we're talking about that. We thought it was actually we were really excited and looking forward to it, because we knew Hybris was an absolute classic, and we thought if this sequel has got anything to go by, if they built on that, it's going to be brilliant. But I remember when we first played it, and the first scene, which was a bit of space, which we'll see in a second, followed by a bit of cloud. One up, let's have a look. 2 players. No, we don't want 2 players, do we? We want 1 player. There we go. And F1. No, we don't want those. There's fire button, is that right? Press button. There we go. Right, we're on our way. Yeah, it's great fun in 2-player mode. I've uploaded this as well in full in 2-player mode. So if you want to see that, I'll provide a link at the bottom of this video in the description. Just click on it and you'll see the full game. But this is a bit here. When we saw this, we went, ugh, that looks horrible. That bit there didn't look graphically nice at all. It was just sort of, oh my god, that looks rough. It looks... Don't forget, we're coming off the back of Hybris, so we was expecting a lot. But my god, within about 30 seconds to a minute, that opinion changed big time. Loud explosions. Just a wonderful, wonderful game. Many different weapons to choose from. Yeah, the pods that you collect change colour, so if you want to build up your weapons, you've got to collect the right colour. So at the moment I've collected a red power up, so if I want to build this weapon up, I've got to collect another red one, or collect the pod when it changes to red. And if you quickly swivel the joystick with the fire button, if I remember right, I'll do it when I need to. So they're bombs. Yeah, you get the super bomb. You can do that, or I think you can get it as well by pressing space, I think. So we'll see if we can change this weapon, which I can't shoot enough. I don't really want this weapon anymore. See, there's some invisible enemies there, and the screen's so big, it's actually, it moves more to the left and right when you go over, as you can see. It's carrying on scrolling there. The explosions again are brilliant. The music's done by a different bloke this time. Van der Vork or something like that, I think, did Hybris. I can't think off my top of my head who done the music for this. Oh, dead. But it's a different guy. And I think... no, you don't get... unlike Hybris, you don't get a chance to expand your weapon. In that one you press return and you can make your whatever weapon you've got at the time do other things, which is pretty cool. But they've obviously listened to the feedback, and the thing about Hybris, the only thing missing from it was a 2-player co-op mode. So they've introduced that into this game, which is brilliant. I mean, when you're kids, there's nothing better than having a really good shoot 'em up and having to be able to play 2 players at the same time. plenty of shoot 'em ups where you have 2 players, 1 at a time. Ah! Can't remember which is the... Oh, I haven't got any. Shit. Am I gonna... Come on, let me get in. No, I've missed it. That's the entrance to one of the inner chambers. Yeah, oh, for fuck's sake. Let's put the auto fire on there, give me my, I know, a bit of a breather. I can't remember which is the, Oh, dead already. I think I'm going to have to try again. That wasn't very good. Memory, you see, is a long time ago. I can't remember how you select your super bomb. Oh, and you can continue. That's fair enough. It's not a spacebar, is it? It's not return. I think it literally is a shake of a joystick like that. There we go. Got it this time. So there's 3 sections of this. You got the surface. Well, you got the surface, and then you got to go like where I've just gone there. There's 3 of those enter here areas. So you've got to eliminate everything within that within those sections, and then come back to the surface again, and eventually you'll get to the end of the game boss. So yeah, you go across the surface, go into the holes 1 at a time. Deal with all the arsenal in there. So this is the second entrance I think I entered because I missed the first one, and blow everything up there. It's a really brilliant game, and here's another interesting fact about it, which I didn't know till I actually got the original. Like I said, this is original. I got this. The original was of Hybris and this game. God, blimey. There we go, that's what I wanted. The crack copy. Jesus, it's bloody difficult. I'm very rusty on this. Much more easier to play. Right, let's get my weapon upgraded a bit. I want the red one. Give me something different. Oh yeah, alright, that's a flashy weapon. The crack copy, which I'm sure many of us had at the time. Oh, I can't get the... Oh, there we go. You've got to keep your finger on the fire button, that's right. And then do it. Jesus. Oh, it's getting a bit hectic there. The crack copy wasn't overscanned. The original was. So to play the overscanned version, you had to have the original. And I didn't know that till I bought this original. When I actually loaded it up, I thought, wow, it takes the same amount of screen as Hybris does. Fuck's sake, I'm getting a bit useless at this. I'll just keep continuing. Can I continue? Was that Richard's game over? I think that's game over. That is game over, okay. We'll have another crack at it. The crack copy had a big border at the bottom. Little borders on the left and right as normal, but it had a big border on the bottom. So it was quite a small screen. And when I eventually got the original and loaded it up, because I thought, well, I've got the original Hybris, I'd like to have the original Battle Squadron to go with it. And it was going cheap at the time. Pretty good condition too, I've got to say. The disc isn't much cop to look at, it's just blue with some faded writing on it now. Hybris had a much better disc. When I loaded it and realised, apart from the left and right having slight borders, because it's a shoot 'em up, a vertical shoot 'em up, and realised the screen was touching the top and bottom, I thought it's much bigger play area, it's overscan. And then I checked it with the other one thinking, oh, they've just stretched the screen. But it isn't, there's actually more play area at the bottom. So roughly where my ship is now is where the screen ends on the crack copy. But here, on the original, it's overscanned. So I was quite chuffed about that. Right, let's see if I can get a better weapon this time. I'm sure there's a better way of activating the smart bomb. I can't remember though. Right, let's try and upgrade you. See what other weapons we got here. I mean, that's quite a mean weapon that is. It doesn't look much, but it's got a lot of devastation to it, especially if you upgrade it. I'm blowing them things up, but it's like a chain weapon. Reminds me of a chain firing out. Look at that, really serious firepower, this one. No, that's not very good, is it? Some games, funny how some games have got such fantastic auto fire when you put it on, depending on the joystick, where other games, not as good. Oh! Motherfucker. Explosions are brilliant, graphics are brilliant. There are, if I remember right, there are end of stage guardians. Because like I said, you've got to fly over the surface, which is what I'm doing now, and then enter the 3 domains. Defeat those domains, those areas, blast everything away, resurface, back to the surface, continue, and then for a little while, and then you eventually reach the end of game boss. But there's invisible enemies there as well, crafty buggers. But oh, it's brilliant, 2-player game. I mean, this kicks Xenon 2's ass, doesn't it? And it came way before Xenon 2, this and Hybris. I just thought Xenon 2 was overhyped to the point that, you know, it was like, oh, this game is caused by the Bitmap Brothers. We know how good they are. Bitmap Brothers, Bomb the Bass is going to be doing the music. But the trouble is, apart from the intro screen, when you play it, it's the same friggin' minute and a half loop, and it gets really boring. And you can't turn it off. So, yeah. Oh, come on! How am I supposed to enter that when your bullets are coming at me all the time? Come on, that's bullshit. It's impossible. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, game over, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you can have one continue by the looks of it. That's your standard weapon. So everything moves beautifully. There's no slowdown. Explosions are fantastic. Graphics are beautifully drawn. And for 2-player, it's ecstasy. Absolute ecstasy in 2-player game. Oh, I didn't want that one. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, actually, we'll go past that one and carry on. Yeah, that's it. You keep your finger on the fire button and then circle your joystick. That way you activate the smart bombs. A bit hectic. Oh. Yes, I'm very, very rusty. Very rusty. Now, I haven't completed this game without cheats. I've done Hybris without cheats, but not this game. Why couldn't they bring a 3rd game out? This is brilliant. Another weapon upgrade there. I don't know what those X's are. I think they're just points. I don't think they do anything. I don't think, maybe if you collect a certain amount, you get an extra smart bomb. I don't know. I haven't really studied that. I think it's just points. But as you can see, the play area is much wider than it actually is horizontally, because it scrolls more to the left and it scrolls more to the right. Yeah, it's a wonderful blaster. Put the invincibility cheat on, it's great fun. You just blast away. Right, I wonder if I can get in this area this time. You can actually let me enter this fucking place. How am I supposed to enter this place when you keep... Ah, there we go. Thank you. Yeah, it was one of my favourite shoot-em-ups, this is. A lot of other games came along afterwards, as you know, your Project X's, your disposable heroes. A lot of other games, Blaster, Stardust, some cracking games, really cracking games. But as far as I'm concerned, Amiga-wise, Hybris was the one that put the footprint down. That was the one that threw the gauntlet down and said, "Top me, you know. Here's what I can do. This is 1987, 88, and this is what I can do on the Amiga. Top that." and many games couldn't. That's the way it is, just couldn't. Too good a game. Ooh, you're gonna have your fucker, aren't you? Oh, bloody hell. Whoa! Some of that. Power-ups, I'm going to try a different weapon. I think there's about 4 different weapons. You get the chain, you get this one, you get your standard red weapon, which you start off with, which you can power up, and you get a blue laser, which is pretty cool. Oh, come on, I've got the fucking thing going. I want to get... I think that's game over now, I don't think I'll continue. Is that it? Yeah, that's game over. Can't continue. So you get a continue. You get 1, then that's your lot. What do I give the game out of 100? I'd definitely give it 90. I think it's brilliant, an absolute brilliant game. And if you're lucky enough to have the original, you'll have an overscan version of it. So if you haven't, try and track it down on eBay. It's much better than the cracked copy, much bigger screen, but you might find yourself forking out a few quid for it. You will for Hybris anyway. So yeah, overall, brilliant game, great sequel, even though it's apparently a prequel as far as time goes, set 60 years before Hybris. Sadly, no third game came along. Damn pity, damn shame, but here we go with 2 classic games, 2 class games, so you can't really complain. If you had a third one, then you want a 4th one, you know. It's always a typical human thing, isn't it? You always want more. You never get enough of a good thing. But try and find this on an emulator if you haven't got the original Amiga, and play a few games with it, and you'll see what I'm on about. Get yourself a good joystick and you'll absolutely love it. If you love retro games, if you love 2D shooters, not your typical first-person shooters of today, if you like this type of shooter, you're going to love it. You'll absolutely love this game. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that Let's Play, and until my next one comes along, take care and happy gaming.